Hey, Brian King again, talking about the different parts of what is in the King Law DNA. And today we're talking a little bit about trust. And we're not talking about wills and trust, it's a different kind of trust we're talking about. I used to be a professor at a local community college. And I remember every year as I taught business law that one of the things that was going to come up is that 25% of your grade had to come from group projects. And I told my students at the beginning, I said, okay, it's going to be group projects. And some of you students are thinking, I've done group projects before, I know what's going to happen, I'm going to end up doing all the work, and everybody else is going to come in the last minute. And if you're thinking that, you're probably right. And that's what I'd like to talk about a little bit when it comes to trust. That when you become part of King Law, you are surrounded by a team of people. And no one person controls the whole litigation of a case. It just doesn't happen that way. You have to learn to trust other people. And that is a very hard thing to do, especially when our education system often is about competition as opposed to teamwork and trust. So at King Law, we want you to change that mentality and say that, hey, you know what? Be good at the slice of the case, whatever that issue is, and trust other people to take care of that. At King Law, the client journey starts at our marketing team. You have to trust that that marketing team is going to find people that need lawyers, that are out there in our communities that have that legal issue that comes up, and that the marketing will find that person. And then you have to trust our intake team, that when those phone calls are made, when that first contact is made, you've got to trust that the right information is being given to them. So in that short amount of phone call, they can build a relationship. And in that relationship, that you're going to realize that as no matter what piece of the puzzle, that intake team is there to build trust for that client to understand that King Law is going to be able to help them through that issue. Right into the consult where the attorney is going to get involved and talk about what those issues are. And then as you go through, that case manager is going to follow through and make sure that documents are put together and drafted, and the attorney must trust that case manager that the information is being provided and obtained. And then our attorneys work together as a group where representation may happen over the course of a client's journey with 2 or 3 different attorneys, and that each attorney is trusting the other to make sure that each piece of that is part of the next step. But it's very hard because being an attorney feels like an art, where it's like that only I can handle this case, only I can deal with this client. And over time, that's going to bottleneck to where the client, if that attorney's not immediately available, will be left without an answer unless that attorney truly trusts their team members. And as we build that up and we train together, we learn together, and we talk about clients together, it builds and builds a trust format to the point where the attorneys will be dealing with only the legal issues that the attorneys are focused on. The case managers will be dealing with clients and their legal issues. So as it comes up, when there is a legal question, they will know how to bring that attorney in and make sure that things are taken care of. And that our partners will be able to handle multitude of cases through associates that they trust to be able to get this process done. It's not easy to build trust. It can only be done with time, effort, training together, and learning together. But when you have that magic trust, and every piece is working at the same place, where the accounting team trusts that the work that's being done is being properly billed, and vice versa, that allows for a cohesive work. If you don't have trust, you can never scale, you can never grow. So it's so important that one of our fundamental values is that we trust each other and build that team. And that teamwork comes from that important value of trust.